Welcome to today's video on immediate relative conversion and how becoming a U.S. citizen can dramatically accelerate your spouse's immigration process. First, we will introduce the core concept. When a lawful permanent resident naturalizes, a previously filed I-130 for a spouse in the F2A category is procedurally upgraded to the immediate relative category, IR1, or County Route 1. Next, we'll cover why this matters, how to confirm the upgrade has actually been logged by USCIS or NVC, why online status can be misleading, and what proactive steps you should take. Finally, we'll discuss when to resubmit your naturalization proof and how to avoid costly delays. Here's our roadmap. First, we will explain what changes after naturalization. Then, we'll compare IR1 or County Route 1 with F2A to show why the upgrade eliminates the quota wait. After that, we'll debunk the online status fallacy. Next, we'll show how to confirm the upgrade and walk through timing and escalation steps, including resubmission. Then, we'll clarify USCIS versus NVC roles. Finally, we'll close with key takeaways and a short quiz. Before we dive in, an important disclaimer. This content is for general educational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Immigration policies and procedures change, and each case is unique. Therefore, you should consult a qualified immigration attorney who can provide guidance tailored to your specific facts. Let's begin with why this conversion matters. When a lawful permanent resident becomes a U.S. citizen, the spouse's I-130 petition upgrades from F2A to IR1 or County Route 1. Immediate relative categories are not subject to annual visa quotas. Consequently, what might have been years of waiting under F2A can collapse to a much shorter timeline under IR1 or County Route 1. The upgrade is critical because it removes the quota barrier. Here's the core difference. Immediate relative categories, IR1 or CR1, are not subject to numerical limits, which means visa numbers are always available. F2A, on the other hand, is capped and often backlogged, producing long wait times. The upgrade from F2A to IR1 or County Route 1 occurs after USCIS or NVC logs the petitioner's naturalization proof. Once recognized, cases typically route faster, interview scheduling accelerates, and overall processing time shortens. This table highlights 4 key differences. First, visa availability. F2A is capped, while IR1 or County Route 1 is always current. Second, wait time. F2A often requires months or years. IR1 or County Route 1 is usually much shorter. Third, the trigger. The upgrade depends on USCIS or NVC logging the naturalization proof. Fourth, confirmation. The upgrade is verified by receiving a formal notice such as an I-797 or a direct confirmation from USCIS or NVC. This flowchart depicts the end-to-end path. First, the N-400 is approved, and the petitioner becomes a citizen. Next, the petitioner submits proof of naturalization, referencing the I-130 receipt number. Then, the path branches based on case location. If the I-130 remains at USCIS, they perform the internal upgrade to IR1 or County Route 1 and issue an I-797 confirming the classification. If the I-130 has already been approved and sent to the National Visa Center, then NVC updates the category and confirms it. Both branches reunite into the same outcome: faster visa processing because immediate relative categories are not subject to visa caps. Now let's tackle the online status fallacy. USCIS online portals are often slow, glitchy, or simply not designed to display every internal process, including category upgrades. Because of this, an unchanged online status does not mean your case is stalled. Relying exclusively on the portal creates a false sense of security and can lead to inaction when follow-up is necessary. Here's why online status misleads. First, many portals do not display category upgrades. Second, internal logging delays are invisible on the public front end. Third, assuming that a lack of updates means progress can freeze your case strategy for months. Therefore, you must verify the upgrade through official channels, not just the website. To confirm the upgrade, First, allow 60 to 90 days after you submit your naturalization proof. Next, seek formal, tangible confirmation, such as a physical I-797 or an NVC notice explicitly stating IR1 or County Route 1. If you have no confirmation by then, contact the USCIS Contact Center or the NVC if the case is already there. Be clear and specific in your request. You are confirming the F2A to IR upgrade due to the petitioner's naturalization. Ask the agent to explicitly confirm the current classification. Finally, document everything, including dates, names or IDs, and any service request numbers. This timeline shows the typical cadence. On day 0, you submit your naturalization proof to USCIS or NVC, referencing the I-130 receipt number. From day 1 to day 60, your case undergoes internal routing and category updating. Between day 60 and 90, you should follow up if you have not received confirmation. After day 90, if there is still no confirmation, escalate by resubmitting your naturalization proof with clear labeling. This sequence diagram clarifies communication. The petitioner sends naturalization proof to USCIS, referencing the I-130 receipt. USCIS updates the category from F2A to IR1, or County Route 1. If the I-130 is already approved and the case is at NVC, then USCIS, or the case file, indicates NVC jurisdiction, and NVC performs the classification update. In that scenario, NVC confirms the IR category and requests the next steps. If the I-130 is still at USCIS, USCIS issues an I-797 reflecting the IR classification. You contact the agency that currently has jurisdiction over the file. If you or your attorney submitted proof of naturalization, but there is no official confirmation after approximately 90 days, it indicates a likely processing failure. The document may have been misplaced, or the upgrade missed internally. Do not rely solely on verbal assurances. Demand proof of delivery, and, if the agencies cannot confirm receipt or the upgrade itself, resubmit immediately. Here's how to resubmit. First, ask your representative for proof of delivery. If you do not receive formal confirmation of the upgrade within about 90 days, resubmit immediately. Your resubmission must include the I-130 receipt number and a cover letter clearly labeled, in all caps if necessary, with an urgent request to upgrade due to petitioner naturalization. Send the package to the agency that currently has jurisdiction over the file, either USCIS or NVC. Maintain copies of all materials and track the delivery for your records. Let's compare roles. If the I-130 is still at USCIS, USCIS receives your naturalization proof, performs the upgrade to IR1 or CR1, and typically issues an I-797 that confirms the classification. They also handle service requests while the petition is adjudicated. If the case is moved to the National Visa Center, NVC receives your naturalization proof, updates the visa classification for consular processing, and coordinates subsequent steps like fee payments, document collection, and interview scheduling with the consulate. Quiz time. Which is the gold standard for confirming an F2A to IR1 or County Route 1 upgrade? Option A. The USCIS online portal shows a generic update. Option B. A phone agent says it is probably upgraded. Option C. Receiving a physical I-797 or an NVC notice that explicitly states IR1 or County Route 1. Option D. An email from a friend with a similar case. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section. The correct answer is C. A physical I-797 from USCIS or a formal NVC notice that explicitly states IR1 or County Route 1 is the definitive confirmation of the category upgrade. Second quiz. After submitting proof of naturalization, when should you follow up if there is no confirmation? Option A is 7 days. Option B is 30 days. Option C is 60 to 90 days. Option D is 6 months. You may pause the video now to consider your answer. We will discuss it in the next section. The correct answer is C, 60 to 90 days. This window allows for internal routing and updates, after which you should follow up proactively if confirmation has not arrived. Here are the key points. Naturalization triggers a conversion from F2A to IR1 or CR1, removing quota restrictions. Do not rely solely on the online portal. Seek formal verification. The gold standard is an I-797 or an NVC notice that explicitly states the immediate relative classification. If you lack confirmation after about 90 days, resubmit decisively. Always contact the agency that currently has jurisdiction over the case. A few pro tips. Always include your I-130 receipt number on every submission. Ask for explicit language that states IR1 or County Route 1 on any confirmation. Maintain a simple case log with dates, tracking numbers, and the names of any officers or agents you speak with, along with a brief summary of the call. If a representative submitted documents for you, request and retain proof of delivery. If you need to resubmit, add a cover note with a clear, urgent upgrade request due to petitioner naturalization. In summary, naturalization can drastically reduce wait times by converting F2A cases to IR1 or County Route 1. Do not rely on the online portal to reflect this change. Instead, seek tangible proof, such as an I-797 or an NVC notice. Follow up after 60 to 90 days, and be prepared to resubmit if you have no confirmation. Written confirmation that explicitly names the immediate relative category is the goal. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like the video, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe for more clear, step-by-step immigration guidance. In the comments, tell us where your case is currently located, USCIS or NVC, and what confirmation you have received so far. We look forward to your thoughts.